Hello, good evening.
Hello, good evening.
Yeah. So I remember we might have talked once before, very long time ago.
Yeah, we talked once, but it didn't go well. Actually, on that particular day, there was some network problem.
Hmm. Yeah, I
So
remember that.
there was so many interruption while we are talking.
Hmm. Hmm. That's okay. Right. So hopefully we'll have better luck today. Thankfully, the
Yes.
weather has become stable here. It was raining for the last 2, 3 days, and yesterday I faced a lot of issues because quite a few students, quite a few people from Delhi booked their sessions with me, and it was raining over there also. So anyway, hopefully that's all in the past, right?
Yes.
Because your audio video is quite clear today.
Yeah, it's clear today. Yeah, right.
Yeah, yeah. So I could see that you have run out of session documents. You've been around for quite some time with Clapingo.
Yes.
Yeah. So, so since how long have you been attending sessions without a session topic?
Now it may be 30, 40 sessions, around 30 to
Okay,
40.
right. So have you ever felt stuck, or did the speakers were able to assist you to talk about something?
It is up to the speaker, whatever they asked me, and
Hmm.
I try to answer
Hmm.
to their queries like that.
Hmm.
No, any
Hmm.
particular topic was there.
Okay. Right. So maybe today you can tell me what would you like to talk about. It's totally up to you.
Anything, whatever you feel like. I have no. I will just try. My motto is to speak. So
Okay.
whatever it comes my way, I will try to speak.
Okay. So I mean, I could ask you any question. I'll figure it out. Because we've had just one session prior to this one, and
Yes, yes,
I believe you told me a little bit about your job at that time. So
yes.
maybe can you talk about your interest areas? Like what do you do outside work to keep yourself stimulated mentally?
Just I watch, say, inspirational speech on YouTube
Hmm.
videos and
Hmm.
other speeches also, just to follow them, how they speak, what are the words or
Hmm.
the phrases they use, and
Hmm.
how they use it. So I
Hmm.
just follow them. This is the only thing that I'm doing now.
Okay. Right. So do you have any favorite YouTube channel? Any particular person you follow because you like the way they talk and their presentation style?
No, no, not any particular. I just
Hmm.
watch random speeches, say sometimes TED Talks, sometimes Joe's Talk, or any other, even
Okay.
sometime other videos uploaded by other learners with YouTube, sorry,
Okay.
Clapingo tutors. All those
Okay.
videos also I follow. Yeah.
Right. Do you follow interviews or talk shows? That used to be my favorite. Yeah, favorite. Like used to be my favorite in the sense to learn from. I like the back and forth of question and answer in a formal interview format. I love watching press interviews also, even till date. It's quite
Oh
interesting.
no, no, I am not following them. I am just following some speeches.
Okay.
So their successful journey. Somebody comes to TED Talk and say about
Mm,
their journeys, how
mm,
they achieve these goals, what are the
mm.
hurdles they had to face, all those things.
Right. Yeah. So usually these speeches also have powerful music in the background to hype you up. Are these those kind of speeches, motivational speeches, are very
Yes,
popular on YouTube, right? Those
yes,
kinds.
yes,
Okay, right. So I'm sure Josh Talks has particularly theme-based lectures, which last for about 15 minutes, I think.
yes, yes,
I haven't really seen Josh Talks, but I have seen a couple of TEDx videos.
yes.
Yeah. So do you watch TEDx videos or do you follow Josh Talks only?
Now I watch TEDx videos and sometimes Joe Talks because sometimes means all the videos of Joe Talks are not in English. So those who are in English, that only, because there are some videos, the speeches are given in Hindi. So I don't follow those because
Okay.
it is not that I just want to hear them. I just any topic, anything, just it has
Right.
to be in English.
Okay, right. So I remember I'm just going to share a couple of points from a video I liked, and maybe you can do the same if you remember any TEDx video or Josh Talks video where you like the theme of the lecture, the theme of the speech, and you could give me the main points. I saw one TEDx video of somebody living in England. Yeah, and he took a part time. He said that I was a very sensitive person. I used to get offended easily, right? Then he started taking a part time job as a football referee.
Okay.
And he said that when a football referee decides against the favor of any player in the team, they get really aggressive with that person, right? So I
Yes.
had to, and he said that every time I take up job as a football referee, I have to withstand. I think it's an hour and a half long match. I have to withstand a lot of terrible mean things said to me by different players. And when I faced that fear again and again of offending people, because football players, while they're playing, they're so competitive, they're always going to get triggered. So it's
Yes.
like once I took that job, after a few matches, I stopped getting bothered by other people. I developed a thick skin. So that was a very interesting talk for me. It was probably just for 10, 12 minutes, but I found that quite interesting. And the value of not giving too much importance to other people, especially when they get upset with you or when they say anything horrible to you. I thought that was a good theme.
Yes. Right.
Yeah. Now, can you tell me something in a similar vein? Like you must have heard a speech that caught your interest. Somebody must have talked about
Uh,
something deep.
Now, I just remember one. She is
Hmm.
from India. Her name is
Okay.
Rinku Shani. So
Okay.
I watched one video of her. She
Hmm.
gave a speech in TEDx.
Hmm.
So she told about her upbringing, how she was brought up. Actually, when she was born as a girl,
Hmm.
she was not welcome in her family. By even her
Hmm.
parents were not happy because she
Oh.
was the first child and she was a girl child. So she
Okay.
shared all those things, and
Hmm.
she was very poor in English because her background is from Punjab, as she
Okay.
told. So
Okay.
her accent was also not good. So she had to face a lot of scolding from her teachers. Even
Hmm.
they once one what to say extempore was going on in her
Hmm.
school. So she was asked to give a speech, and she was not speaking well in English. So her teacher rebuked her, scolded her very badly, and she
Hmm.
remembered that. And she was told that she would never be able to speak in English. She has to
Hmm.
forget thinking about English like that. She was
Hmm.
discouraged.
Hmm.
But even then, she did not stop, and now she can deliver speeches in English in fluently,
Hmm.
and even in a platform like TEDx. You know how
Yeah.
important that one. So
Yeah.
this is how she developed herself. She did not give up. So that was the
Okay.
speech that I remember.
So what does she work? What did she start working as? Does she work as a communication coach? I mean, did she share what her profession is?
She took up a job also in
Hmm.
Bangalore, I think.
Hmm.
Now I think she has left that job, and
Okay.
now she is totally devoted to these speeches, like what you call inspirational speeches. Now she
Okay.
has made a career out of this.
Okay. All right. That's interesting. That's
Yeah.
interesting. I can see why you would find that motivating, right? Childhood traumas in, I mean, parents don't think second, yeah, parents don't think twice about what they say to their kids, parents and teachers, and they don't realize the level of impact their criticism has on young children. The fact
Yeah.
that she's a fully grown adult and she still remembers the criticism she faced when she was a child, it goes
Yes.
to show for how long the negative impact can last.
Yes.
Yeah, right. Okay. So what else? Tell me, what else do you watch? Do you watch TV? What else do you watch?
TV. I have stopped watching TV for a long time now.
Okay.
Because of this internet. Uh,
Yeah.
so I find it very easy to watch. If there is any news that I have to watch, I can watch it on YouTube.
Hmm.
And all the materials that whatever I need, it is there at
Hmm.
my
Hmm.
fingertips. So
Yeah.
I have stopped
Right.
actually watching
Yeah.
TV.
So that's what we did. During the pandemic, we disconnected our dish TV connection, and we actually purchased what do you call that? Amazon Fire Stick, so that we have access to different online platforms. uh, Disney Hotstar. If you want to watch a match, you can watch it on Disney Hotstar. And
Yes,
if you want to watch the news, you can watch YouTube. If you want to watch a
yes,
movie, then Amazon Prime and Netflix are there.
yes. I downloaded Netflix and I
Hmm.
watch many movies also there
Okay.
uh, during this lockdown time.
Hmm. So tell me about the one that you remember, the one you enjoyed the most.
Actually, I was also told by one of my tutors, Clapingo tutors, to
Hmm.
watch this. It's a old series. This
Hmm.
Friends. So
Okay.
I watch all the episodes of Friends
Okay.
during those times.
Okay.
And
All right.
sometimes when I took a class with her, we also
Hmm.
discuss about some
Okay.
episode also.
Okay, that's brilliant. I am not an ardent fan of Friends. I have maybe seen the episodes once or twice. That too because when I had this TV connection, an episode was always getting aired on Comedy
Hmm.
Central or one of the other channels, right? So if I would switch on the TV, I would see an episode. But that was quite some time ago, right? So
Okay.
but it's a light TV show to start with. It's
Hmm.
definitely an enjoyable TV show because you see a group of six people making fun of each other while navigating
Yes.
their problems. So it's easy to watch. So did
Yes.
you face any problem in understanding, or was it easy for you from day one?
Yeah, it was difficult to understand because of their American accent. So,
Okay.
if subtitle was not there, it would have been very difficult for me. Because of the
Okay.
subtitles, I could understand what they are saying, and sometimes I paused while watching the videos. And
Okay.
if I didn't understand anything, then I go Google it, and I found
Hmm.
because they use so many phrases,
Hmm.
so I cannot get the literal meaning. So I have
Hmm.
to Google it, and I got to know the meaning. So it was fun.
Okay. Yeah. Right. Yeah, it is enjoyable. I mean, I remember that series the first time I saw. I found it surprisingly clear in terms of accent. The accent is not very strong. Your ears get used to it.
Yeah.
So I'm sure you
And
must
one
have.
more thing is that it is not like our Indian series because they use slang a lot. So
Hmm.
initially it is very difficult to get
Okay.
used to all those things.
Okay.
Now I've
Right.
understood that it is normal for them.
Right.
Which-
So have you finished Friends completely, or are there
Yes.
any seasons left? You finished it completely.
Yeah, I finished. Yes.
Okay. So do you want me to give you any further recommendations, or are you watching something else?
Not now. I'm not watching for last 1 week. The
Okay.
last series I was watching and I stopped now. That
Hmm.
was Emily in Paris on Netflix.
Hmm. Okay. Right. Okay. So even then, they speak a lot of French in that TV show. Yeah. So it must have been hard for you, or was it enjoyable?
A little bit hard actually, just to
Okay.
follow. And in that
Yeah.
series, they use most of the time French, like
Yeah.
this
Right.
bonjour and
Yeah. Yeah.
merci. Merci means
Yeah.
thanks.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. I can give you a recommendation if you want. You can try
Yeah.
watching a couple of episodes. If you like it, you can continue. There's a TV show called Schitt's Creek. Schitt's Creek, SCHITT''S, right?
Okay.
So the premise is very interesting. They also talk slowly. It's a Canadian TV show. It's a
Okay.
Canadian TV show, and the premise of that TV show is that there's a very rich family,
Mm-hmm.
and overnight they lose all their money.
Okay.
And the lawyer comes and tells them, this you will get to know in the very first scene. So the lawyer comes to them and tells them that you have lost everything except for one small town. And the name
Okay.
of the town is Schitt's Creek. And because it has a funny name, the person who's gone bankrupt, he says, I purchased that town as a joke on my son's birthday. He said that is
Oh,
all you have left. Now you have to live there. So it's a
okay.
very worn out small town, and it has a very worn out hotel. It's not even a hotel, it's a motel. And
Okay.
this family, they have to live in 2 bedrooms. Like the husband and wife, they live in one bedroom, and the son and daughter, they live in the adjoining bedroom, and they have to cope. They have to learn to make a living. So
Mm-hmm.
it's 6 seasons long, and basically it shows the growth of all the family members, how they try and fit in with the people, how they, try and get their life back together. And it also has a happy ending. Everybody, this all started at rock bottom, but everybody closes off the season as a better
Mm-hmm.
person with some success to their name individually. So it's a motivating show to watch, but the English that they speak is they don't talk too fast.
Okay.
So maybe you could watch that.
Okay.
Although
So
it might,
as you
hmm,
mentioned that they are not staying in a hotel, actually they are staying in a motel. So what is the
hmm,
actual difference between hotel and motel? What I knew is that hotel is something and motel is that say on the side of national highway if there is something
yeah,
for lodging or uh, food also. So what actually difference between hotel and
I
motel?
think motel is basically just to stay overnight. These are single bedrooms. If you will see the TV show, you will get to know that these are like very basic, humble bedrooms. And
Okay.
people show up, they rent a room, they live there, and they leave it next day. So just as
Okay.
you said, that on the highways, just something that
Yeah.
you rent
Mm-hmm.
to sleep in at night, right?
Yes,
And
yes,
then you leave and you go out like you're on your way. So it's
yes.
exactly that. It is not even close to the kind of luxury that hotels can offer. They can offer what do you say, breakfast as part of the service. They have a
Mm-hmm.
dine-in area, so it doesn't have all that. It has just one reception area and a string of rooms in set up side by side. So single story motel. This is how it is on either side of the reception area.
Okay.
Yeah. With I think a parking lot. So that's about it. It's a very humble kind of a thing. So for a billionaire who who has a lot of money or a multimillionaire, it is very, very humble, right? And the fact that
Yes.
the parents can hear the kids talking in the next room, the kids can hear their parents talking, and they're constantly in each other's way when they're used to their own room and their own independent suite in a big house.
Yes.
That really
Yeah.
bothers them. So how they learn to adjust with each other, that is part of the trajectory of the story.
Okay.
Yeah. So maybe you could watch that.
Yes.
I actually watched a lot of during the lockdown, first and second lockdown. I watched a lot of Spanish TV shows dubbed in English. So the
Okay.
fact
Then you
that
must have watched that one, the Money Heist. It is
no,
in
not
Spanish.
money. Is it? I did
Yeah.
not know that. So I haven't seen Money Heist simply because there are too many seasons and too many episodes. And just because of that reason, I didn't watch it. So another learner told me that you are the only person I've heard of who hasn't seen Money Heist. But since so many people are recommending it, I might give it a shot sometime.
Yeah, I also tried to watch that Money Heist after hearing from others. Even some tutors
Hmm.
also told about that one. Very
Hmm.
interesting. But
Hmm.
when I watched I found that it is in Spanish. They speak in Spanish, just give subtitles in English. So I did not
Okay.
watch.
Seriously, no, I think there must be an English version also, an English dubbed version also, because it is so
Maybe,
popular,
but
so many.
I watch on Netflix. It is they are speaking in Spanish
Okay,
and
I'll
the
check.
subtitles given in English.
I'll definitely check that, right. So tell me more. What else did you see? I'm sure you did not exclude limit yourself to only English content. You must have seen something in Hindi also on Netflix.
Hindi movies, yeah, one or two
Okay.
movies I have watched. Yes.
Okay. So any particular one you remember that you like?
One I watched that was thriller. The girl on the train.
Yeah.
Poriniti Chopra
Okay.
from your
Okay.
city.
Okay. I think she's from Bareilly. So Bareilly is
She is not from Chandigarh.
no, she's from Bareilly. Ayushman Khurrana is from Chandigarh.
Oh, acha, okay. I thought Poriniti Chopra from Chandigarh.
No, she isn't. Anyway, I haven't seen that movie. I mean, somebody gave a review on YouTube, so that discouraged me. It
It's
wasn't the very
a
first one.
remake of an English movie. The
Okay,
title of the English movie is same, and
okay,
both the movies are on Netflix, English as
okay,
well as
right.
the. Yeah.
So after watching the Hindi version, did you watch the English version also?
No, I did not watch.
Okay.
And what about the review? I have seen that actually the English version was better.
Hmm. Right. So do you pay attention to reviews? Do you make your selection on the basis of reviews, or do
No. I
you?
just happened to see after watching the movie only.
Okay,
Because I
okay.
did not know also that there was this movie was made from an English movie remake of that
Hmm.
one. So later I came to know, and then I watched the review that the English movie was far better than what we have seen in
Hmm.
Hindi.
Okay. Okay. Actually, they are churning so much, they're producing so much content on these online platforms that I've become very careful about what I choose to
Oh,
watch. So actually look for reviews. I mean, I
oh,
don't
one
want
more
to.
movie recently I have seen on Netflix. I just forgot the title. So after
Hmm,
watching the movie, I just thought that somewhere I have seen the movie. All
hmm.
the scenes and the story just came to know it's not a new one. I have somewhere I have seen. Then I came to know that it's the Hindi movie Badla. That is Amitabh Bachchan and
Okay.
Tapsi Pannu is acted there.
Okay.
So, so this Hindi movie was made from that, following that one English movie.
Okay. Okay. What was the name of the English movie? That also you
That
won't know.
I forgot the title. I just
Okay.
forgot.
Right.
The
Right.
Hindi
So
movie
you
is
saw the,
Badla.
okay,
Hindi
you saw the
movie's
English
title is
movie first.
Badla.
Yeah.
I saw
So,
the Hindi one first.
okay. Then
So
you saw the
when I
English one.
watched the English movie, I didn't know. Just after watching, then it struck me. Yeah, I have seen somewhere this kind of movie.
Okay, okay. Yeah, that
Then
used
I
to happen to me a lot, especially when I was in high school. I would watch a Hindi movie with my mother because my mother is very fond of Hindi movies. And then I would know that, okay, they have picked this scene from so and so English movie, right? They have picked this aspect from so and so. There was a movie called Salam Namaste. So they picked a scene from Friends uh, to and planted it as it is within that movie, Preeti Zinta and Saif Ali Khan's movie. So when you see such blatant copying, it kind of makes you feel like a little disheartened that maybe there's nothing original in Bollywood movies. So you only watch.
yes,
So I make sure I watch only those that are highly recommended. But my mother watches everything very closely. Tapsi Pannu has been a part of really good projects recently. So my mother said that she really liked that movie Badla. Not Badla you just mentioned, that movie called Thappad. She saw it in the theater right before the lockdown, I think a month before the first lockdown. And she said that was also a good movie. Then she did this movie, Rashmi Rocket. It's there on Z5. But
okay,
I think they were inspired by the real life story of Datti Chand. Datti Chand was a athlete who had excess testosterone in her body.
Okay.
So people of international organizations, they started contesting that she has a lot of testosterone. She has an edge over other female athletes. So they
Mhm.
just borrowed that premise and they created a completely fictional storyline based on it, where basically the entire movie is a court battle where she secures her right to compete as an athlete in the women's division as the
Yes.
runner. Yeah,
Okay.
and finally she wins over that case, but it was again a very fast-paced story. So that was also a good watch.
And the movie that she acted in Pink, that was also with
Yeah,
Amitabh Bachchan. That was a very good movie.
yeah. You're right. Yeah, I saw a few scenes. I haven't seen the whole thing, but it was really good. Yeah, right. So,
Yeah, you may watch it. You will love it. You'll love it,
yeah,
Pink.
yeah. Yeah, my mother has recommended that movie quite a few times. She has seen it, I think, a couple of times. When she likes a movie, she watches it again and again. So, do you do that too? If you like a movie, do you go back to
Sometimes,
watch
yeah,
it?
sometimes not the whole movie, but there are particular scenes I like to watch again.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's a good habit. I mean, especially from an English point of view, you can absorb the scenes better when you watch them a second time, especially if the storyline had some complexity.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Right. So, moving on, I think we have a minute left.
You are going to finish, so could you please give me a feedback, a small feedback?
Yeah. I just like the way you talk. You know how to pace yourself. You don't feel overwhelmed when you're talking. You share your opinions very comfortably. So from here on, since there are no session topics, if you can narrate storylines, if you can narrate outlines of speeches you like, narrate storylines of movies you watch, I think that will give you more talking time. It will build your
Yes.
endurance also, and it will
Yeah.
help you uncover your blind spots, any aspects of description that you haven't been working on. You will be able to
Yeah.
uncover that, because I
Yes.
think that's the only way you can now focus on improvement, because basic conversation you can have very comfortably.
Yes. Right.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, there's nothing lacking there. We had a good
Yeah, I find
conversation.
it difficult sometimes. So if somebody asks me to narrate the story that I have watched the movie, so yes,
Yeah,
it is
so
very difficult to narrate.
you need to do that, precisely that. Choose one story of your choice, or maybe
Hmm.
speech that you want to discuss, and discuss
Yes.
the points that you like. So you don't have to talk about it in any order. Talk about the
Mm-hmm.
points that made an impact on you, something that
Yes.
you like, right?
Hmm.
Or maybe talk
Hmm.
about something you did not like, why you did not like. Just practice building
Yes.
argument.
Yes.
Yeah,
So I can
I think
practice it alone also, no? With a mirror
yeah,
or like.
I think you can, but with the person will ask you a counter question. It will challenge you.